As you settle in, let yourself relax, take a deep breath, and close your eyes. Tonight, I'll take you to a place where magic lingers in the air, a place hidden from sight, appearing only under the light of a full moon. Imagine you are standing at the edge of an ancient forest, shadows and moonlight playing against the trees. In this world, there lies a mystical garden. No one knows when it was first created or who might have planted the enchanted flowers that grow there. Some say it was a gift from the heavens, a place of peace meant only for those who seek love, even when that love is forbidden. This garden only appears under the light of a full moon, as if the moon itself wants to share in the secrets hidden among its flowers and ivy-laden paths. Our story begins on such a night. The moon hangs high, casting its silvery glow across the land. In its light, a faint glimmer appears, and there, hidden in the heart of the forest, the enchanted garden awakens. In the soft light of this garden, two figures approach from opposite directions, carefully slipping through the shadows. They have met here many times before, yet each meeting feels like the first, with the same flutter of hearts, the same thrill of danger. Their names are Arlen and Celine. They come from families bound by deep-seated rivalries, ancient feuds stretching back through countless generations. In any other place, at any other time, they would never be seen together. But tonight, under the full moon's protection, they are not rivals. They are simply two souls drawn to one another. Imagine them as they finally step into the open, the moonlight softening the tension between them, casting a gentle glow on their tentative smiles. Did you have any trouble slipping away this time? Arlen's voice is low, just a murmur, barely louder than the soft rustle of the leaves. Celine smiles, shaking her head. Not tonight. It's as if the world wanted me to be here. They stand close now, gazing at each other in the moonlight, feeling the weight of every unsaid word. It is here, amidst the ivy-draped trees and whispering night breezes, that they feel truly seen, truly safe. In the garden, there is no judgment, only acceptance, and then they hear it. It's a sound neither of them expected. A faint humming, like the distant tolling of bells. They turn, searching for the source, and realize it is coming from deep within the heart of the garden. The melody seems to draw them, calling them toward a clearing in the very center. There, they find something astonishing: a stone pedestal, covered in ancient carvings, with a book resting on top. Its pages open as if waiting for someone to read them. Arlen steps forward, running his fingers over the worn cover. The symbols on the page are old, written in a language he barely recognizes, but has seen only in the ancient texts of his family's archives. As he reads aloud, a chill runs down both their spines. It is said that two souls bound by fate shall find each other in the garden. They are destined not to bring peace nor war, but to forge their own path. They exchange a glance, their hearts pounding as the words sink in. This prophecy. Could it be about us? Celine's voice is barely a whisper. The very idea feels both impossible and inevitable. As the words linger between them, a sudden rush of memories comes flooding back, stories from their childhood, warnings and tales of the enchanted garden, whispered by their parents in half-forgotten lullabies, each one hinting at the mysterious power of this place, at love that could bloom even amidst hatred and distrust. Imagine now, they are drawn closer, as though the garden itself is urging them on, encouraging this love that defies all reason. At this moment, they are no longer heirs to feuding families, but simply to people with a choice. Do they walk away, carrying this prophecy like a ghost that will haunt them for the rest of their lives? Or do they take a step forward, together, toward the unknown? As Arlen and Celine stand together in the moonlit clearing, the words of the prophecy hanging in the air between them like an invisible thread, they feel the pull of the garden's magic intensify. The cool night breeze stirs the leaves, as though the very earth beneath them is alive, breathing, aware of their presence. The stone pedestal holding the ancient book seems to hum with power, its pages now fluttering, turning on their own, as if beckoning them toward a decision, a choice that neither can fully comprehend yet. Arlen reaches out slowly, his fingers grazing the pages. He feels the warmth of the moonlight seeping through his skin, the air charged with a sense of anticipation. He knows just as she does that what they are about to learn could change everything. Let's see what the rest of the prophecy says. Celine whispers, stepping closer to him. Her hand brushes against his, and for the briefest moment, the space between them disappears. There are no families, no grudges, no long-standing hatred. Just the two of them, alone in the garden, with only the moon and the ancient book as witnesses to their love. The page turns again, and this time, the words are clearer, more defined, as though the garden itself wants them to understand. When the two of you meet under the moon's light, your fates shall intertwine. The bond you share shall be a force greater than your family's legacy. Together, you will bring about a new dawn, but only if you are willing to give up your pasts and embrace your future. Celine's breath catches in her throat. Give up our pasts, she murmurs, her heart racing. Can we do that, Arlen? For a moment, silence falls between them. The weight of the question hangs in the air, and both of them feel the gravity of it. The love they share is undeniable, yet so much stands in their way. Their families have been enemies for generations, their bloodlines steeped in bitter rivalry. To choose each other would mean betraying everything they've ever known. And yet, as the breeze rustles through the garden's flowers, something stirs deep within them, something ancient, something powerful. It's the undeniable truth that their love was always meant to be. Arlen looks at Celine, his gaze softening. Maybe it's not about giving up our pasts. Maybe it's about rewriting them, together. There is a pause as their eyes lock, and in that moment, the world seems to stand still. The moonlight bathes them both, and the garden around them seems to hold its breath, waiting for them to make a choice. You're right, Celine finally says, her voice steady now. We can't change what has already been, but we can change what comes next. Arlen steps closer, his hand finding hers, and they stand together, bound by something far stronger than their family's enmity. The garden around them seems to respond to their decision. Flowers bloom at their feet, the air thick with the scent of jasmine and roses, and the moonlight flickers, as though the stars themselves are watching. In that moment, they realize that the prophecy was never about them giving up who they are, but about them creating something entirely new, something that no one could foresee, a love that defied all expectations. As they stand in the garden, embracing the bond that has brought them here, the night begins to unfold around them. The full moon overhead now bathes everything in its soft, silvery glow, making the flowers glow with an otherworldly light. Every petal, every leaf, seems to hum with energy, as though the garden itself is alive, breathing with them. Arlen and Celine sit together on the stone bench, the heart of the garden, their hands still intertwined. The air feels thick with magic, and yet it's peaceful. For the first time in their lives, they are not hiding, not pretending to be anyone other than who they truly are. The world outside may never accept their love, but here, in this sacred place, it doesn't matter. What happens now? Celine asks, her voice soft, her head resting against Arlen's shoulder. The tension that once gripped her heart has now loosened, replaced by a feeling of certainty she never thought possible. Arlen smiles, kissing the top of her head. Now, we walk forward together. We find our way, no matter what. And so they do. The Enchanted Garden, though beautiful and full of ancient secrets, is not their final destination. No, it is simply the beginning of a new journey, a journey that will be filled with challenges, yes, but also with love, passion, and a bond that no force can break. The garden begins to fade around them, as if the moon itself is pulling away, the light softening, and the shadows of dawn creeping in. But Arlen and Celine do not fear the coming daylight, for they know that the love they share is far stronger than the darkness that once separated them. The moonlight fades from the garden, leaving the air still and quiet. As the night slips into dawn, they rise, hand in hand, ready to face whatever comes next. The prophecy may have bound them, but love has freed them. Together, they have broken the chains of the past and set their course toward a new future, a future where nothing, not even their families, can tear them apart. As you drift deeper into sleep, remember that love has the power to change everything, even the darkest of fates. Hold on to that feeling, that warmth, and let it guide you through your dreams, just as Arlen and Celine have found their way to each other under the light of the full moon. Good night, dear listener, rest well, for tomorrow is a new day, a new beginning.